Vale, vale.
Una rodaja de merluza. ¿Esta de dónde viene?
De Lugo, de Burela.
We're buying 150 samples of hake from markets across Spain's capital, Madrid.
Bueno, venga.
Hake is the country's most common fish, a noteworthy status in a country that consumes more seafood than almost any other in Europe. In 2009, the hake market alone was worth more than 1 billion euros. Our goal is to find out whether Spanish consumers are really getting the fish they ask for, or an entirely different and potentially dangerous species. A recent study showed that more than 1 in 3 hake sold in Spain and Greece were mislabeled. Scientists saw a trend. Cheap hake species were being sold as more expensive varieties. The rules for the European Union are clear. A label must follow the fish from the ship to the shop, but no law requires inspectors to use science to verify if labels match the products. An investigation by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists has found that scant oversight creates an opportunity for fraud.
You have to have inspections in all the points of the chain to detect where is the problem. And if you have doubts, you have to do an analysis.
But that analysis isn't happening much in Spain.
Estamos iniciando esta actividad porque no es una actividad prioritaria de salud pública. Lo primero que tenemos que hacer con nuestros medios es garantizar que el pescado que se vende, como el resto de los alimentos, sea seguro.
Fish is the most traded food in the world, and mislabeling is a problem across the globe.
It can happen anywhere along the supply chain. The bigger picture is that mislabeling can disguise a lot of other problems. So it's people that are trying to avoid taxes, or they're trying to avoid paying permits, or they're trying to avoid restrictions on their fishing activities.
We've bought 16 samples of hake.
El Campo is just one of 32 stores we visited across the city.
And now we are going to introduce this hake into these sterilized caps, and we'll cover those samples with alcohol.
We compiled samples of all 150 fish, then sent those to a lab at the University of Oviedo, where researchers tested the DNA. The findings? Nearly 1 in 10 were mislabeled. For example, European hake was sold as African hake, and South American hake was sold as European hake. In other cases, the product was from an entirely different family, like grenadier from the Pacific Ocean or catfish from Vietnam, also known as basa.
I was astonished to know that they can sell basa as hake because it's completely different fish.
Most companies said the mistakes were a one-time human error. But the largest department store in Europe, El Corte Inglés, followed up with its own DNA testing. When it found similar results, the company took a batch of more than a ton of fish off its shelves. We're in conversations with the provider to take drastic measures, the company said. Experts say mislabeling is probably much worse than the snapshot study found, and it may not end anytime soon. One vendor tells us off camera that he doesn't mention when fish are from Chile or China and not Spain. He says people don't really want to know.